I touch and salute the holy feet of Bharat Mata, the most powerful and the most merciful. आज यदे उपस्थित सर्वाना माशा नमस्कार. The Honorable Minister of State for Women and Child Development, Srimati Meghna Bordikar, you have every right to speak in your own mother tongue. Whoever is sitting in the dais, you need not worry about. If it can be translated, it will be translated. So everybody should be very proud of their mother tongue. And Sriman Ravindra, MD and CEO BOBCARD, Dr. Prashant Narnaware, my Principal Secretary, and Ms. Shilpa Chandolkar, Trustee, Ahaan Foundation, Ramamoorthy, my Secretary from Rajbhavan, principals of the various schools, beneficiaries of the Cyber Shakti and Digistry Shakti initiatives, women entrepreneurs, self-help group leaders, business leaders, Bhai Behno, Sabko Namaskar. I thank the Bank of Baroda for launching these BOBCARD's Digital Stree Shakti and Cyber Shakti programs. This is giving a new knowledge to the women, and it is creating a new atmosphere for their development. The appreciation for the Shakti and the Digital Labs initiative, Maharashtra's leading digital progress state, and focus on the Skill India, entrepreneurship and Digital India. Government initiatives for skill development and entrepreneurship has to be spread wide, and we should take care of every section of the society. Empowering the woman through the Shakti Smriti and our cyber security as empowerment. Promoting skill-based education in the universities, we are trying to take it up. How we can make a close correlation between the industrial requirement, the society's requirement, and what is there in the textbooks. And it is a lifelong learning for women and self-help groups, and BOBCARD's role in building a digitally empowered India. I appreciate it. Slowly but steadily it is improving, and compared to our population, the digital transactions may be limited, but we cannot deny that the digital transaction is growing like anything, and we are having the highest digital transactions in the world, and our collective commitment for success, that is more important. Anything we do, we should do as a team, then the success is ours. As we all know, Maharashtra is leading the way in using the technology and knowledge to build a stronger and safer and more self-reliant society that has to be developed. See, a system is developed, and there will be people who are always trying to find a loophole in the system. We have to make our system more foolproof system so that it will protect the interest of the common man. Nobody should take an advantage of the system. Rather, by doing hard work, the deserved people should get every benefit out of it. We are thinking in our School Connect, we want to register all the +2 and the 10th students. Of course, we got a special powers for serving the tribal people in the Pisa area. So Pisa area students, we are going to register them by a website so that there will be no dropout. Instead of going and touching every student. If we have all the details with us, including their Aadhaar number, including their phone number or their father or mother's phone number, we can easily trace out. We don't want any tribal girl or boy to disconnect their studies after the schooling. So studies and education is the right tool to open the gates for development. And as our ministry has rightly said, Modi ji is always talking about Nari Shakti, and 50% of our population has to engage in the economical activity. That means we are going to become the most powerful nation at the earliest. But today I am very glad to share with you, wherever I go, if I distribute 10 medals, gold medals, the 7 gold medalists are women. That is very interesting, and they are concentrating on their studies. And we should not get confused. That is what is my request. So why man is on his own legs? A man is on his own legs for nothing. But a man is on his own legs for his wife, his children, his parents, and his wife's parents. We have to take the family as a whole. Like that, women are getting empowered. Women should not indulge, no, this is my money, you have nothing to do with it. That is a culture of the Western world. Our culture is that it is my money, it is your money. Your money is my money is your money. We are spending it for our children and our elders. So ours is, today I am sorry to share, though compared to the population, the diverse rates are not that much. But what it was and what it is today, it is huge. When a family court has been started in Coimbatore, hardly 50 to 75 cases coming per year. Now it is already there, 2 courts are there, family courts. And one more they want, because huge rush is there only in front of the family court. The diverse cases are so much. Even for small things, people are getting irritated. There is an ego. Why I should depend on you? I should depend on others, and others should depend on me. That is what is our real life. That is what is our culture. That is what is our tradition. We never live alone. We live for ourselves and we live for others. Others also, they live for themselves and they live for others too. But the family bonding is slowly getting deteriorated. Economical independence or freedom or economical empowerment should not destroy our family life or family culture. That we must always keep in mind. If there is no family, what is there then? I eat, I drink, I go to some pub and come back. Then after I am getting old, I am sitting and watching the vehicles going. Nobody is talking to me. Is it that is life? That is not our life. That should not be anybody's life. So we want to yearn for the family. That should be the thought and that should be the thinking of our brain. That should be the nucleus of the purpose of yearning. And with that, if we all plan, and regarding the self-help groups, it is really making a revolution in empowering the woman in the rural area. As you all know that I was first appointed as the governor of Jharkhand. I went to the interior villages also. Typical interior Indian village. There is no single terrace building. All the houses are huts only, or some houses are with the tiles. That one lady came out and she told me everything in Hindi, but it get translated to me. She was, when she got married and come to his husband's house, she never want to come out of the door. She was always sitting inside the house. But she became the self-help group leader. She is taking the woman to the banks and opening the accounts, and she is looking after the entire accounts of that self-help group, how much money and revenue is coming up, how to distribute it, how to make small loans out of it for the needy woman. That is really, it is a revolutionary change, because she learned only how to sign after getting married. See, for the people who are living in the cities, they will think, why? Because we are not seeing all the environment, no? So we are always thinking that people are able to spend so much. I am always insisting on one thing: you have to earn and you have to spend. You have to spend where it is really required. The rest has to be saved for the family. The saving habit is slowly going out. In America, they are telling the economy has to get stimulated. Economy stimulation is what? Borrowing and buying the consuming goods all the time, getting into the debit trap, family is getting ruined, individuals are losing their sleep in the night. We have to plan everything. What is our income? How much we have to spend? So I am always insisting, where you have to spend, you have to spend. Don't be stingy on that. Where you should not spend, even if it is on my visa, don't spend. That is the way our elders have developed our society. That is the reason, in spite of the poverty, our people have lived in happiness. There were starvation deaths, but the people were very happy in the past. Now you earn more, the facilities are more, the materialistic pleasure is more and more. That is where we are losing our concentration. That is where a divide is coming up in our families. And my humble request to all the youngsters who are sitting here, that you must earn like an American. You have to spend like your elders of Indian society. We should not just like that, we should not throw something out. We should not waste. Though we may be having a lot of money with us, but we have no right to waste the money or waste the food or waste anything. Then Maharashtra is always aiming to develop the skill development, and 45 lakh youth under various skill development programs are taking place, and most of the beneficiary is women. That is more interesting and more required. Yes, the Chancellor of the Government Public Universities, I have asked the Vice Chancellor to promote skill-based programs. I am also reviewing the progress of internship and apprenticeship programs to ensure students are well prepared for their future careers. That's what I have told in my earlier part of the speech, that is, the correlation between the practice and theory should get closer and closer. And that is the way we should progress. And more youngsters should be encouraged to take up research-oriented scientific studies, and also new innovative technologies should be adopted by our youngsters. I have recently read one article. That article says Out of the 10 lakh people in China, 2,600 plus are taking the science as their subject and the advanced technology as their subject, and they are doing the research and they become scholars. Whereas in our country, we are just below 650. That is, they are at least 4 times more than us. Why I am telling the manpower should be highly educated. We need science-based manpower for our progress. Then only by 2047 we can be Vikshit Bharat by all means. And moreover, development is required, and the development should not divide us. Development should be always an inclusive development. None of the sections of the society should not be left out. Whether it is tribal, SCs, OBC, or the other communities also, they should not be left out. We all must unite together, and we all must grow together. And in this aspect, whatever the effort taken by you, I am very sure all the efforts has to be more encouraged by the Raj Bhavan, by the state government, and we all work together. That's what our BOBCARD chairman has clearly said. He is working with an NGO, and the NGO, government organizations like Bank of Baroda and the Raj Bhavan, we all should work together. If there is a hurdle, then Raj Bhavan is always open for you. You can approach us. Whatever the help we can do, we will be doing it. And you got a very nice young minister who is interested in the women's empowerment and the welfare measures. He is very particular that the welfare measures of the government should reach the people, the needy people. As our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji has rightly said, a policy succeeds only when it is implemented collectively in its real sense. That is more important, in its real sense. Most of the policies are failing. Why? When you are drafting the policy, it is made with good intention only, with a good heart only. When the question of coming of implementation, with the same spirit it should get implemented. That is the success story of other countries. We should follow that. And I am sure, before I conclude, I would like to thank the leadership of the Bank of Baroda and BOBCARD, the Ahaan Foundation team, the principals of the participating schools, and all the young women and self-help group members present here today. Let us continue working together to build a safer, stronger and more empowered digital India. And I thank the Minister for taking all the initiative. She is very young and dynamic. All her initiatives will be, and it will be supported by all of us. And with these words, I wish every one of you to be successful with wealth, health, not only with wealth and health, with happiness too. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय महाराष्ट्र.